Hi, thank you for coming on my channel. This is Nikki, and I'm methadone free. I was on methadone for 40 plus years. I've taken every addictive drug on the planet, of course, including heroin and fentanyl and all the prescription drugs and the Dexedrine and Klonopin and every illicit drug. I was obese. I had an eating disorder. I've overcome. I'm a victim of violent crimes. I've overcome it all, and I've forgiven everyone and everything. But that's not what this is about. If you have any questions about kicking methadone, go to a professional, or I can share with you my experience, strength, and hope, and how I stay clean and sober one day at a time for 5 years now, at 72. It's going to be a new year, and I'm not going to regurgitate Happy New Year because it's just not real. There's so much going on. If you watch alternative news, be ready. Be ready for anything. You have to stay aware and be prepared. Just imagine if the lights went out, where you have heat. Can you get a wood stove? Can you get some chickens? Make sure you have batteries and water and food, and you can go to My Patriot Supply. People should have been doing this a long time ago, but I'm not going to say Happy New Year. I'm going to request that you image world peace. World peace year. See, because we are creators, and bad guys are not creators. If you haven't heard already, we have been taking over humanity for a very long time. So the aliens aren't coming. They're already here. They're running your gov and your mind. Okay, so also you want to make sure you have herbs and look up alternative ways and means to get well if the immune system drops down. Even President Trump, and I'm not into politics because I believe it's all trick and spells and lies, but the main thing is that you be prepared for anything. If you're still dosing, have backup. But that's why I kicked methadone, because I read a lot of books on remote viewing, and I practiced meditation and remote viewing, and I saw something many years ago that was coming. Okay, a lot has been prophesized. So when you realize that we never die, there should be no fear. And I know who I'm going home to with a clean slate, pretty much. Focus on world peace, because what we think about, we bring about. We are manifestors. We are creators. If you come from Source Creator, you have that DNA. You have that God creation inside of you, in your DNA. That's why I suggest to meditate, to find out who you are, where you came from, before this lifetime. Why not? I know this is a methadone-free, I Am Nikki channel, but I've come a long ways. I mean, I was a total shut-in, and I was the kind of person that if I hung around with drug addicts, they would take advantage of me, because I have a really big heart, okay? And they just, even the other night, I saw a homeless man. I was driving home from work, and he had a sign. He was in a wheelchair, and he had a big white pit bull, and that pit bull looked right into my eyes and telepathically said, "Help." It was on my mind all night. I'm not good driving at dark, so I don't want to go out and look for him then. But yeah, I did go before work, had dog food and some gift cards for that man. See, when you get off of methadone and all the prescription drugs, you'll have a bigger heart, and you'll be more useful to humankind. And isn't that a good cause to have? Because they're going to need you, especially the men. We're going to need you to be strong and witty and be able to bounce on a dime. You men were created to protect the woman and children, and I'm not for women's lib. I wanted us to go back to our roots, but we must create it ourselves. That's why I didn't V. Because in the Bible it says I made man to rule you because you stopped, looking for all the answers. I don't know the exact script. To me, you stopped looking to me. So I have humans rule you. So who do you think I voted for? Humans have so much fault. The door keeps opening. I'm doing my mom's laundry. If I had not gotten clean and sober, I wouldn't be available for my mother right now, and she needs me. See, I wouldn't have had the money to try to save Bliss, my dog that just passed away, and I wouldn't have handled it well when she did pass away. See, I might have really gotten loaded. I mean, there were so many close calls when I did a lot of methadone, and people had to walk me around, or I would have died. I'd had so many close calls, and how much can a human take? All those drugs and abuse. So I don't date. I'm not dating because it's just not a match for me. I'm matching with Christ. I'm matching with Yeshua and putting all my attention on me, because when you get older, you want to get very spiritual. Because dropping the body, you have angels around you, or your ancestors that are going to usher you in. But why not meet your angels now? Because they will direct and guide you. I promise you. I've told you how to do it, okay? It's so many. When I started my meditation and wanted guidance from a power greater than myself, I would close my eyes and I would imagine myself knocking on a door, just asking permission. When you ask for help, you will get it. Don't be afraid if you drop your body, you die, because all you have to do is remember help. If you get scared, help, because it's really free to be out of the body. I've been out of the body, so I know we never die. But let's not push ourselves to that. Let's do as well as we can, serving and taking care of the temple, your body, and then helping other people. I mean, isn't love what we really want? That love and that comfort to unite and mingle? Okay, there's some folk that don't want us here. Don't take their poison. Don't succumb to their evil, wicked ways and their mind control, which is from Tell Lie to Vision. Get a book, read that, and while you're in recovery, use your imagination at how you're going to feel when you no longer have to dose, or when you get out of the withdrawals. And there's no lingering withdrawals. When you believe that, I can't remember what it's called right now, but if you believe that, it certainly would come upon you. Let me give you an example of how fast I manifest. So I needed a cord for my zapper, for my taser. I misplaced it somewhere. I've got a lot of stuff in my apartment, and I kept thinking about it. So what do you think I find right up front when I'm walking to the laundromat this evening? That cord. No, it wasn't mine. It was much longer, and it didn't fit. But I feel like I was responsible, because we are responsible for our own lives. Many near-death experiences will say, you plan your own life and challenges, and we come here for different reasons, and we pick our players. So your mother, my mother could be, could have been somebody else. I could have been her mother last time. Maybe we didn't get along, and now we're evening the karma out. Because I have to have a lot of patience around some people. When we get older, we get uncomfortable and grouchy, So I have to step outside the box and step outside of me and look at me and that relationship in action at a distance so that I don't stay in an ego and try to compete with someone that, is almost, going to go home to God. Isn't that exciting? So I'm not mourning my dog much. I mean, I'm lonely without her, but I didn't use and drink. I didn't eat myself. And I was going to fix. So before she died, I was going to get another dog, and that was such a desperate feeling. That energy wasn't right. So I re-examined it. Those self-inventories and the self-analysis is really good. And I'll say it again. Talk to yourself like you're talking to your higher self, and that higher self will give you you'll be surprised at what comes out of your mouth when you direct your attention and your questions and just socializing with your higher self. If you're alone, take advantage of this time. To find out who you are as a spiritual being, because believe me, one time when I was meditating, I asked my soul family, my angels, and spirit guide, I asked, what did I look like in my other lifetimes? My eyes were closed and I was totally awake, and I never remember my dreams. I saw all these faces, different men, women, even some alien-looking faces, strange. But I saw it real quickly, bam, 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 bam. See, and so when you get that gift, you want to thank you for showing me that. Okay, so I just hope this message gets to somebody that might need the tools to better their lives, and I'm here to be an example. I overcame cigarette smoking too, to be an example that we can redesign our lives at any age. Yeah, if you have a big sex addiction, you're hitting the dopamine, or you're addicted to your phone or games. That's a fix, man. That's like running away from God, when you've been working on because when you drop your body, you're going to still have work to do. So do the work now. So if I had not gotten clean and sober when I come back, I would have to be a drug addict again and get it right. Because this is really a playground for you. And you can remember who you are. And then you'll see, this is a playground, like a video game. We're all playing a part, And yes, there's good. Yes, there's evil. But it's created that way. It's a dual planet, good and evil. And there's a reason why there's so much drama. Look at it this way. The drama, when people are hitting the bottom and they're desperate, they reach for God. God's very holy, wholehearted comfort, because that's where we came from. We came from a creator, and we broke apart, but really, we really are one. And you realize that once you meditate, you see it, you feel it, you know it. Yeah, learn a new avenue that will get you only to the better existence and consciousness. Because when we were using and drinking, we were in apathy. We didn't care. And there's no production in that. It's a big waste. Yeah. So if you have any questions, please ask, like, share, and subscribe. I like the encouragement. I appreciate the comments. And if there's any content you want to see, because I think I answered the one watcher where he was asking me to tell him what I did with my complexion. Kind of like, I really don't think my complexion is that good, but I am the prettiest senior in here. I mean, they tell me that. So I use baking powder for soap, and I just use cocoa butter, and then I got some tallow from my niece, Tallo. And that's collagen and really good fat grams, and I'm using that lately. I also do isometric work for the chin. I do postures every morning, breath work, affirmations, meditation. Doesn't have to be long. Put on the 10-minute morning meditation. She is so beautiful. 10-minute morning meditation. Start your day like that. Get in the habit of doing affirmations. It will work. It really will. Even doing affirmations at night when you sleep. It's so powerful. It hits right in that delta brain. I think it's delta, don't quote me. But there's different waves of brain works, and that's, you can learn that anywhere. So I'll end this video now. I hope you enjoyed it and practice good virtues.